weight loss. Uh, One of the things we need to do with people actually is to educate them, to give them the knowledge and what we need to do to help them with their health problems. And weight loss is maybe one of the most common and most frustrating condition that we treat. Is the main reason is typically people who come to me is they've tried everything. So they claim they've tried this, they've tried that, different diets, different things, and nothing seems to work for them. So there's reasons why weight loss is really hard and really stubborn. And let's go over that today. First of all, when it comes to weight loss for men, it's much easier. Typically, what we see with men is we change the diet, a few things, and then they drop the weight. But when a woman does the same thing, it doesn't happen. The weight is more stubborn. So there's conditions for that. And typically, it comes down to be a hormonal issues. So there's a few factors we need to consider. One is, of course, the diet. Like I've talked in the past, one of the best diet that we can get is to really make sure that your toll pathway is turned off, meaning that about 80% of your diet should be a good quality fat. So typically when we do that, it helps with weight loss. Keto diet is more in the 90%. So you're in the keto state. So this, it's a little bit less, but still the diet is mostly based on good quality fat and maybe 5% of carbs, sugar, and then 10-15% of protein. So this is a good ratio to make sure that your toll pathway is turned off, which allows your body to start burning fat and make ketones and start losing weight. Then we need to look at why people cannot lose weight. Okay, so diet typically is the foundation, but it doesn't really address the root cause. And the root cause comes from obesogenes. So obesogenes molecules are actually compounds that are known to cause weight gain. One of the most common ones you heard years ago is BPA. Remember, BPA was in plastic bottles, and we were concerned that this BPA will, especially for babies, will get into the bodies and disrupt the hormonal system. So BPA is estrogen-like, so it mimics estrogen in the body. So estrogen molecules, which most toxins actually are estrogen-like, meaning that it mimics estrogen. So when the body is exposed to those toxins, the body believes that it is estrogen and leading to estrogen dominance and hormonal imbalances. Okay, so when you start dealing with hormone, it's not as simple as take some hormones by cream or shots or the pellets. It's really go at the root cause of why hormones are off. And it all boils down to the HTA axis. HTA axis stands for hypothalamus, thyroid, and adrenals. That's why women have a hard time losing weight. Is most of the time this HTA axis is disrupted, dysfunctional, doesn't work anymore, it's turned off. The main factor causing that is toxins. Okay, we talk about BPA, but there's thousands of toxins that can actually disrupt this pathway. For example, I see this quite regularly is fluoride. Fluoride from water, for example, toothpaste, is known to actually target your thyroid and disrupt your thyroid function, which disrupt the HTA axis. When the thyroid is hypo, of course, you gain weight. And you may not necessarily see it on your blood work, actually. 50% of the time, we don't see this issue on the blood work, but we can actually suspect these problems based on your history and different other factors. So what we need to do in a case like that is to detox the fluoride out of the thyroid. So there's a way to do that so we can optimize the function of the thyroid. Okay, and then we have pesticides or mercury or aluminum that can end up into the brain, disrupting the hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus is the gland in the middle of your brain that controls hunger. So it tells you when to stop to eat and when to eat. So when this hypothalamus is disrupted, people all of the time eat more calories of what they need. It has been shown that actually that people with hypothalamus issues can eat 4, 5, 600 calories more than what your body actually needs, because the hypothalamus is not able to regulate itself. It's not able to regulate the body, leading to more calorie intake. Okay, and then we have the last component with this, which is the adrenals. So adrenals are really, really sensitive, like I said, to BPA, pesticides, all kind of chemicals that we are exposed to. And again, we need to detox your adrenals. We need to make sure that the adrenals are back to normal. So the key here, like I said, is detoxing, detox. So we can bring back these organs to normal function. And this is why women have issues losing weight, is this: they never address the HTA axis, your hormones. Okay, there's a little bit more complicated than that, because HTA is important, but you have your liver as well that is involved. Your liver controls how much hormones your body needs to eliminate or your body needs to keep. So if your liver is not working properly, it can actually disrupt the HTA axis. And at the end of the day, the liver is really sensitive to two things. One is fructose. So if you eat too much fructose, it can disrupt your liver. And then, of course, toxins that we're exposed to, because your liver is the main organ of filtration, of eliminations of toxins. And over time, it gets burdened, it gets tired, exhausted, and then you have a sluggish liver, which disrupt the HTA axis. Like I said, so toxins are known to disrupt the HTA axis, the hormones. But on top of that, like I mentioned, is those toxins are what we call obesogenic. Okay, obese, which means obesity. So toxins, it's a bit of a vicious cycle, because when you're exposed to toxins and your liver is not working for some reason, maybe because you don't have enough vitamin A in your diet, so your liver gets sluggish and is not able to detox. So what your body does is the body stores toxins in two different parts of the body, okay, in the fat tissues. So these toxins, over time, because you are exposed to more and more toxins, your body has to make more and more fat to store those different toxins, because you never address, for example, your liver function. Okay, as long as your liver is not working properly, you're not able to detox, and then the body has to make fat to store those toxins that you're exposed to. And that's why over time you may gain 1, 2, or 3 pounds a year, and down the road you gain 50, 60 pounds, and because you never address why your body needs to make more fat. So we have this hormonal component, and then you have the toxins component, and this is the hardest, because those toxins are stuck into the fat tissues. So we need to do some type of detox, really highly specific detox, to remove the toxins from your fat cell. And this is stubborn, this is slow, it takes time. But at the end of the day, you actually address the root cause why you've been gaining weight over the years, is to really address the toxins in the body. And if you have this mid-weight, midsection issue, this is typically a sign of estrogen dominance. So your body, like I said, is exposed to too much estrogen because of toxins overload. So if you address the toxins, you address pretty much everything in the body, so we can help the body to get back to normal, and you able to lose the weight. So one of the most common toxins that I see causing disruption is this HTA axis, or leading to weight, or for example, antidepressants. Okay, most medications would cause disruption into the bodies, because medications are toxins. And it's really hard for your liver to detox those toxins. If your doctors claim or tell you that you stop your meds in a few weeks, there's no more medication in the body, that's not quite true, because the body will store medications into the fat tissues, and it stays, these medications, residues of medications, stay in your body as long as you actually detox. So antidepressant is really, really common. I don't know if you've experienced that, if you know somebody who took an antidepressant and started to gain weight over the years. Okay, it's really common because what happens, these antidepressants disrupt your hypothalamus, thyroid and adrenal axis. Specifically, it disrupts your hypothalamus. So what we need to do, okay, is to find the reason of why you have depression or why you need the medications, and then we need to restore the function of this hypothalamus. And a lot of people ask me, is that possible to do? Is that possible to stop antidepressants and so on and so on? So there's always a way. The goal is to figure out why your medical doctors put you on a certain medications, and then we can fix that. For example, we know that depression, it is an anti-inflammatory issue. It's really an inflammation. So the body, your brain is inflamed. Okay, when your body is inflamed or your brain is inflamed, you might have problems with your brain function, for example. So if you can address the root cause of this inflammation, which is the gut, we fix that and you start feeling better, you may not need your medications. Okay, so yes, there's always hope to reverse the body to get back to normal function. There's always a way, and this is how we can help actually, is to figure out where to start in this big puzzle, is to put all those pieces together so we can help your body to get to optimum function by addressing the different parts of the body that need help. And when it comes to weight, it's a process. Like I said, because it doesn't happen overnight, and we need to bring everything back to normal function. So, and last piece of information is hormones. Okay, there's more and more medical doctors recommending hormones. It could be pills, cream, injections, or pellets. Pellets are more and more common, but these are so toxic, actually. These hormones actually disrupt the HDA axis. Your hypothalamus, the thyroid, the adrenals are all being off because of those hormones. And then I see so many people coming to me, they've taken hormones in the past and they can really remember they started to gain weight. As a matter of fact, I have this client who came to me and she was on progesterone. Her doctor claimed that it was a bioidentical progesterone, a cream. She started using it. And after a few weeks, she started to realize that her body was changing and she was actually gaining weight because of the hormones. So all there's no safe hormones. I don't really believe in these. Your body is supposed to make them. So why not figure out why your body is not making hormones and fix that? And again, it comes down to toxins. So what we did with that patient is we figure out, okay, what's going on with the body? So while the doctor put her on hormones, she had some menopausal issues, and we fixed that. And now she doesn't take hormones at all anymore. And now she's losing weight because we actually fixed the root cause of the hormones. And the root cause is typically a diet and a toxin issue. So I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can shoot me an email or you can leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.